And good evening, everyone. John Russell, Cal VanSingel, and along with Matt Tarquette here at CatchMark SportsNet. Scott DeCamp is on the field someplace where Scott DeCamp usually goes, and it is our pleasure to bring you the regional semifinal between the NorthPointe Christian Mustangs coming in at 11-3 and the Montague Wildcats coming in at 22-14, Cal. So the winner here will play Saturday right back here at Davenport, and they will play the winner of Lansing Catholic and Lanesburg. So both of these teams district champions. Congratulations to them, and now it's one and done. It gets serious from here on out, Cal.
That certainly does, and I'm a little low. Am I hot?
Try it now.
There we go. Sounds a little better. Thank you. You're right. It is serious now, especially the regionals. It's a tournament. You lose one, you go home. And both these teams have had really great seasons here so far, especially Montague, sitting there with 20-some wins already on the season, 22 wins going for 23 here tonight. And Coach Bushberger's done a great job getting his team ready. West Michigan Conference champions again this year. So should be a great game. We don't know a whole lot about NorthPointe Christian. We know that they have not played a lot of games. They only played 14 on the season, so not really sure what's up with that neither. But overall, and really, John, 2 hours ago, we didn't even know we were going to have this game the way it was raining here.
Yeah, it was pouring. And actually, this was supposed to be played in Montague. And then it was the drama was, okay, about 2:30 or something, they'd figure out if they were going to play. Some have canceled and postponed, but obviously that's going to put a strain on the pitching situation. And then, of course, Coach Bushberger's relationship with the folks here at Davenport College has paid off. And, of course, you got a turf field and kind of a synthetic infield, I guess you would call it. So if there's ever a field that's going to be able to hold the water that we've had in the last I don't know how many hours, most of the day, that certainly is this place. So a great call, and I'll tell you what, a great plan by all these people to have it come together and be able to be pulled off here in a relatively short time.
Yeah, and reality, too, nobody really knew here until later on this afternoon. But, Coach Bushberger, he has a little bit of he's been here before.
Right.
He's been here before. And his son, of course, was a All-American here. Turned that into a professional career, playing in the minor leagues right now. So, the Bushbergers have been around this stadium for quite a while. So he's probably got a little, maybe a little extra juice here, we could say.
Right.
To get in here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
What we do know about NorthPointe a little bit, and we know a lot more about Montague, so we'll give you what we know about NorthPointe because that won't take nearly as long. But obviously a very talented team. They play in that always tough OK Silver, and I don't care if you're going to play Tiddlywinks. If you're playing something in the OK Conference, boy, you've got your work cut out for them. Certainly, the different levels of that conference. Certainly a good brand of, be it baseball, football, or whatever the athletic event. They certainly bring it in those divisions.
Yeah, and I think, John, if I remember right, it's still the biggest conference in the state of Michigan. The OK Conference is, of course, the OK Ottawa Kent Conference, and picks up a lot of schools. I think, is it 54 schools? I think is what it is. I think it's 54 that's represented by the OK Conference. So a lot of schools, a lot of big schools, a lot of small schools, and like you said, they are normally, they're top tier teams. They're normally every year competing,
right?
Well into their tournament per their respective sports, and of course there's also some juggernauts, and that's in the OK Red. You got to take a look at that. I mean, there's the Rockfords. Yeah. There's the Muskegons. There's some big power schools.
Sure.
That are in that OK Conference.
Exactly, and so we're looking forward to that as well. One of the names that we do keep hearing about, of course, the Mustangs are coached by Doug Helder, a veteran coach here at NorthPointe Christian for the Mustangs, but Gabe Helder, senior. Number 14, he'll be starting out at first base, but this thing gets down to the nitty-gritty. He'll probably be in there pitching. We understand he's a submarine pitcher, so it's going to be interesting. Got to think that Montague, I don't even know if they've seen a submarine pitcher before, but they certainly haven't seen a lot of them. So you got to think just that weird arm angle could pose some problems, and it certainly has. This kid's a 5'2" athlete, I believe. Plans on going to Illinois, I believe, is what I'm hearing. At least they're looking at that. So, I mean, he seems to be the real deal. So we'll see if we get a look at him here this evening.
Yeah, the last time you and I seen a submarine pitcher was probably by a guy by the name of Dan Quisenberry that played for the Royals back in the 70s. So
sure.
Just a little while ago, was it not?
Yeah, there's a whole generation listening to this saying, who? What?
What?
Yeah, right, exactly. Dan Quisenberry. There you go. How about this Montague team? Now, we saw them once. We were privileged to do a doubleheader against North Muskegon. Of course, they went on to win the West Michigan Conference, the Montague Wildcats have, for the second year in a row. They had to share that title last year with North Muskegon, and very impressed in that North Muskegon game. Of course, they have one of the finest pitchers in the area, certainly in Hayden Johnson, who is just a lockdown pitcher, 7-1 on the season, 161 ERA, 72 strikeouts, and this young man gets it done.
And tell you what, only a junior, tall, lanky, athletic, gets the ball up to the plate in a hurry, has a couple different pitches he can throw, and just a really, really good athlete, and that really helps. So, of course, then they have another young man right behind him. We kind of have like 1 and 1A,
right?
And the other one's Colton Blankstrom, who's also had a great season. Another flamethrower here for Montague and Blankstrom.
Yeah, Blankstrom, 2.64 ERA, 65 Ks, 4 saves. So he kind of finishes up the games. He's kind of the stopper at the end of the game. Not that Cade needs a stopper very often, but Blankstrom also has some pop. He leads the team in home runs. He's got 2 of those, 8 doubles, 22 RBIs, and certainly one of their solid hitters at 333 clip. A guy that we've seen, we kid about probably the 12-year varsity career is the catcher Tug Nichols. It just seems like we've been calling that young man forever. And, boy, he has been on a lot of winning sports teams. Of course, the Montague Wildcat football teams, a big part of all of the success that they've had, and certainly just one of those lunch bucket guys that just does whatever it takes to get it done. He's leading the team in hitting, 352 average, but a great backstop. He does what a catcher does, controls the game, and he is just there's not enough Tug Nichols to go around.
No, they're not, and do not be. I tell you what, don't be alarmed from his size. He's not a big kid,
right?
But I tell you what, he has a lot of heart and a lot of grit and a lot of determination. He's a great all-around athlete. He gives everything he has, and he knows how to win.
Right.
And he knows how to get it. He knows how to make his teammates better. And this is a young man I will miss watching here going forward in the years to come, because Tug has just been that kid that does it all.
Yeah.
And he's done it, and he's represented Montague very, very well.
Second baseman and leading off for Montague will be Nicholas Moss, and Nicholas is a 319 hitter. He's one of those guys that obviously at the leadoff spot you're looking for this guy to get on and make things happen, and he certainly has done that for the Montague Wildcats this year.
He certainly has. He's having a nice season, especially in that leadoff spot there. I was watching to see if we're going to get the national anthem. We are not. So I think we're going to go right to action here. But, yeah, like you said, John, Moss has done a really good job. Gets on base and makes things happen when he gets there.
Don't know if I mentioned Johnson is from the plate as well. He hits 293, so solid there as well. And then you have Aiden Bushberger. He's a third baseman. He's hitting 288, and he comes from a good stock. Of course, his brother playing some minor league ball right now. So
Cardinal organization.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. And his dad is the coach here, so obviously it is in the blood, as they say, a little bit of baseball. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Let's see here. We will be keeping it here, so you'll hear a lot from Cal and I here this afternoon. They are actually warming up right now. It's going to be a situation where Montague is going to be considered the home team, so NorthPointe Christian will be leading off. We will go through their lineup here for NorthPointe Christian. Leading off and playing right field will be number 3, that is Patrick Huizinga. And then batting second, number 8, he'll be playing shortstop. That is Colton Vander Ark. He's just a sophomore. And then you have batting third, the gentleman we mentioned earlier, Gabe Hedler. He's the senior, kind of the graybeard, or one of the graybeards on this team. He'll be playing first base to start out, but wouldn't be surprised if he works his way to the mound. We'll see how that all works at some time. Speaking of the mound, their pitcher is number 34, and that is Gibson Adama. He is a junior. And then you have left field number 7, that is Tristan Pranger. He's a senior. And then in center field, number 12, that is going to be Logan Headland. He is just a freshman, so some underclassmen on this team. And we'll get through the rest of the lineup here, but we'll start right out here with the Mustangs coming up to the plate. And the aforementioned Patrick Huizinga, the senior right-handed hitter, will be the first to check out Cade Johnson for the Montague Wildcats. First pitch of the ball game, high and outside, so ball one for, and we're just underway. Ball one for Huizinga. Huizinga, good looking here. We don't have any of the averages. We tried to look up the more information for him, but that was kind of hard to find.
It was very difficult to find anything on NorthPointe Christian. Huizinga here, about 5'10".
And the third pitch, I missed the second pitch. It was a strike, so 2 strikes in a row thrown by Johnson, as Huizinga watched both of those go by. So Johnson has the count.
Yeah, 1-2 here on the count, John.
Kicks, delivers, and a swing and a miss, tap, and it's held on to by Tug Nichols, and around the horn, and Montague has the first out of the inning as Huizinga goes down swinging.
Take a look at this field here. It is 330 down the lines, 375 in the power, Alex, and it's 400 out to dead center.
Batting second is their shortstop. That's Colton Vanderark. He's just a sophomore, and he looks at one right down the middle. So Cade Johnson seems to be in control of his control here early.
Yeah, he tell you what, he got that one up there in a hurry after throwing a ball first. He's throwing 4 straight strikes here now.
And the pitch going to be just a little bit low, 1-1 here.
Low and outside a little bit. Once again, 400 straight away. The wind was 8 miles an hour out of the east there.
Right.
And the flag is just falling limp by very little wind now.
And that's going to catch the inside corner for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And boy, Johnson is dealing, and he's saying, hey, he's ready to pitch. Huh?
Yeah, he's not waiting at all. He wants the ball back from Tug, and he's ready to go.
Kicks and delivers, and a swing and a miss, his second straight strikeout, swinging and missing, and Cade Johnson seems to be on here after first 2 hitters.
One thing that's really going to help Montague here, too, is they played here just a week ago, so they're used to this field. It's going to be used to bounces. Pitchers are going to be used to the mound. Tug is sitting back there. He, is familiar with looking out here.
Gabe Hedler is going to foul this one towards the right field. I think it's going to get over that. It is going to be fouled and out of play. Gabe Hedler, as we mentioned, the senior, be playing first base to start out with, but getting all kinds of raves on his pitching.
Yeah, I tell you what, Moss, I think it is over there at second base.
Yeah.
He really hustled, trying to get over there to flag that one down. The ball did go out, but Moss was on the move. The kid's fast.
Johnson ahead of the hitter as he has been, and this one's going to be a little bit high. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Count draws even.
Couldn't get the big guy there to chase that one up high. Helder's a big kid.
Yeah.
About 6'4", 6'5", long, lanky, looks athletic.
I was just going to say kind of lanky.
Yep.
He looks at that one and just a bit outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Cade wanted that one, but I guess you can't get every call, Cal, can you?
No, I guess not. I tell you what, I think he would have went. I thought that one was close too.
2 balls, 1 strike. Johnson kicks and delivers, and that's going to be way outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. So now Hedler has a hitter's count here. 2 outs, just underway here at Davenport College. John Russell, Cal VanSingel, Matt Tarquette, and Scott DeCamp, CatchMark SportsNet. And there's going to be another foul, so we got the count full.
Nice job by Johnson on that pitch. That thing was really sinking coming in there, wasn't it? Like it was going to start just to fall right off. And Helder had to chase that one down. Kind of committed on that swing. Had to chase that one down, foul it off.
Cade Johnson, the junior, kicks, delivers, and right down the middle. Boy, Hedler didn't think so, but it's going to be called strike 3. So Johnson struck out the side, and after a half an inning, it is NorthPointe Christian 0 and Montague coming to bat.
Tell you what, I think he took something off of that pitch because it seemed to get.
It froze him, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And, Johnson was getting that pitch up there pretty quick when that one seemed to be like about 10 miles an hour slower getting up there. And Johnson, 3 strikeouts, boom, boom, boom. Just like that to start the first inning, and has not thrown a lot of pitchers neither.
No. Looking back at the district championships for these 2 teams, NorthPointe Christian beat Kent City 12-1, And then they beat Morley 11-7 in the district final. Morley Stanwood had those great baseball teams back in the day. Remember Ron Ford coached a lot of, I'm not sure if they won state champions, but back in the old Newaygo County Athletic Association, they sure won a lot of league championships and went deep into the tournaments.
He had the Hunty brothers. Remember that?
Yeah.
I think all three of those guys went on and played minor league ball.
And Clark is still there. I believe last I knew was the athletic director. He was a coach as well. But you're right, yeah.
They had a young man, I think, who played at Central. His last name was, I want to say, no, it was Huizinga. Not Huizinga. We have a Huizinga playing. That was Huizinga. But he was a great player for them.
And then from Montague's perspective, a little bit of a surprise here. They held on to beat Hesperia 1-0. Had to kind of look at that one, not to disrespect Hesperia, but Hesperia's had some down years here in their athletic programs, but I'll tell you what, the boys came to play that one and gave Montague everything they wanted. Montague hung on for a win in that first game, 1-0, and then Montague beat North Muskegon, their nemesis, in the West Michigan Conference for the district title by the score of 4-1.
Pitcher here now for NorthPointe Christian. He's a lefty, so you got to wonder how many times Montague's seen a lefty on the season. Not overpowering, doesn't throw real hard. By no means, you're that who just has not let one loose yet, but watched him here for, 8-10 pitches and does not have that powering fastball unless he was just, not bringing it here, waiting until he got on the mound when it meant something.
Gibson Adama, he is a junior, is on the mound, and stepping in to lead off for Montague will be second baseman. That will be Moss will be stepping in. That is Nicholas Moss gets a strike call. Ball gets past the catcher.
Moss taking a look at that. Moss not that big a kid.
No,
about 5'7", maybe 5'8".
Yeah, very compact.
Yep. Really athletic, nice looking stance. You're correct. Really compact stance.
Adama looks
and calls for time, but no.
Yeah, it's going to be a ball high, so the count goes even at 1. 1-1.
Moss wanted time, and the
Didn't
official
get it.
he didn't give it to him.
Which goes to show that just because you want it, you don't always get it.
Yep.
Count 1-1. Adama nodding in agreement with his catcher. Fires, and it's going to be fouled back. And now Adama in front of Moss with a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Yeah, Moss looked like he chases that one outside. Maybe that pitcher's starting to dive down and away. Moss kind of chases that, maybe trying to slap it out to right field.
Adama kicks, delivers, in. Oh, it hit him. I thought it hit him. Must have bounced up there and then hit him. So it's going to be 2-2.
I certainly thought it hit him too, but like you said, couldn't quite see it.
Right.
We have a beautiful, tell you what, we are in one of the nicest press boxes we've ever been in.
Right.
And everything happens right out in front of us. But, yeah, it must have did hit him.
I think it hit the ground first and then him. And another foul, so the count still stays at 2-2.
As I sit and I watch these foul balls go off, I'm thinking, I know
yeah,
where my
you're
truck is sitting.
Yeah, you wanted to get right in the front row there, didn't you, Cal?
Well, it was raining hard, and I did not want you guys to get wet. I was thinking of you sacrificing my truck. Hopefully not too bad.
I didn't hear any glass shatter, so we
yet.
might be okay. And there's another foul. Boy, he's taking aim at it, Cal.
He is. Most of them are flaring off that way, so we're good because my pickup's right behind us.
Okay, you know where that is then. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anytime you feel you need to take a look, you go right ahead. I understand. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First batter for Montague is Nicholas Moss.
Moss doing a nice job making this guy work in the first at bat, making him throw pitches.
Right now, Adama wants to reset. Ball maybe a little bit wet. We played a half an inning. NorthPointe Johnson struck outside. There's a grounder through the gap between the first baseman and second baseman, and a base hit for Nicholas Moss. And Moss is on first base.
Kind of looked like Moss wanted to keep going right. Did you notice that? Because he kind of kept fouling everything off.
Right.
Well, he didn't hit it hard, but it found that hole right between that first and second baseman. Nice hit by Moss. And then hustles down that line, gets in position here to try to steal second. And
now batting second will be the shortstop. That'll be Aiden Bushberger. Bushberger on the season is hitting .288. Don't know if I mentioned Moss hitting. Moss is hitting .319. Better now since he added that one to his resume. And now we have, they need to get another ball. probably going to see that tonight. This was just a steady rain all day long, and when we were driving over, I kind of shook my head. I said, this thing is not getting any better. But this is like we said, synthetic field, and the infield is not clay or dirt based. It's rubber, I would imagine, is what you'd call it, synthetic. Throw over to first. Moss gets back.
It's probably it's almost like a turf field for football almost.
It is.
So there's that sand underneath plus a lot of drainage.
Right. Yeah, the only really maintenance they had to do was to the mound, put some more dirt on that, because that did they had the tarp on it, but still had to get it ready. Another throw to first. They are suspicious of Moss's intentions, are they not, Cal?
Yes, they are. My son-in-law already fires one off by bringing Pranger from Montague about my pickup.
And there's a pitch right down the middle, so strike one. First pitch to the plate against Bushberger.
Well, no pickup for him for Christmas, though, is there?
No. Bushberger looking down to his dad, Kevin.
See what he's got here.
Going to square to bunt, and it's a good one down the third baseline. And the third baseman could not pick it up. That's Poles, Abe Poles, the sophomore, went to pick it up and could not find the handle. So you've got 2 base hits. Man on first and second now.
He pushed that right down the third base line, kept it in the grass so it wouldn't roll off, and it went a good, 12 feet down that line? What a beautiful, almost a picture-perfect bunt there.
In fairness to Poles, had he fielded that cleanly, I'm not so sure he would have gotten Bushberger, because it just pushed perfectly down the third baseline. All right, Montague's got something going. 2 men on, nobody out. And the third hitter is Colton Blankstrom.
And now we have time. They got something going. They're using small ball, a little single, then a bunt. Nobody out.
Bushberger, their power guy, 2 home runs on the season, .337. He'll be playing collegiately and another bunt, and that's going to be fouled. So they are playing some small ball.
Mm-hmm.
I was finishing my thought there. Blankstrom will be playing collegiately at Muskegon Community College next year.
Yep, great place to start out. Plus, on top of that, gets a free education for 2 years with a promise. MCC, known for really good baseball.
They have been,
Yeah, so this would be a great place for him to go. Then he can transition after those 2 years to Division I or Division II.
Turn and fire back to second. That's Adama trying to keep Moss close. He gets back. So runners on first and second. Nicholas Moss on second. He got on in a single between first and second, and then the bunt single by Bushberger puts the 2 men on. No score. We're in the bottom of the first. It is a no ball, 1 strike count to Blankstrom. Again, a bunt down the third baseline, and that one's thrown into left field by the pitcher. He fielded it, and this is going to be Moss. He's going to score. Moving over to third is Bushberger, and that one's not Bush. Yeah, Bushberger, and then Blankstrom is going to be a second base. Had to get my.
We got the 2 Bs there, the killer Bs back to back.
Right.
And once again, beautiful bunt there by. No, I got it. You gave it to me.
Right.
The B part. Another beautiful bunt by Blankstrom up that line. Makes things happen, and the pitcher just rushed it. I don't think even with a good throw, I don't think he still would have got him.
No, he thought that was his only play, and it might have been, but rushed the throw. So you're going to have Blankstrom at second base.
And now we got Tug up to bat, right?
Yes. Tug Nichols, a catcher, sees one right down the middle. Montague on the board first here, 1-0. We're in the bottom of the first, still nobody out, and Montague really has something going here. They got runners on second and third.
Yeah, they can do some damage here.
And Tug Nichols at the plate. Swings and misses. Held on by the catcher, so it's going to be no balls, 2 strikes.
Nice pitch up there by that pitcher. That thing kind of just dove and broke late.
Right.
Tug went right over top of it, I think. And now Tug, 0-2, so we've got to protect the plate.
So going from the stretch now is Adama.
Catcher setting up real wide.
Going to be low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, did you see that catcher slide way out there to the right of the plate?
And Adama threw it right where he asked for it, seeing if he could get Tug to fish, because Tug has to protect the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Adama looking back at second. Fires, going to be high and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That kind of a curve.
Yeah.
Looked like it broke late, but then it also took something off it. So Tug now gets him back to 2-2. So now back to maybe a little bit more of a hitter's count.
So 2-2 is the count. 2 men on, nobody out. Montague already up 1-0, bottom of the first inning here at Davenport College. Swing and a miss, goes past the catcher. It's going to score a run, and Nichols is going to be on first on a strikeout. So that's not, things are going right when you get to first base on a strikeout.
Yes.
So
and Blankstrom goes to third.
Blankstrom does go to third. Bushberger scores. So Montague has 2 guys in, nobody out, runners on the corner. And batting now will be the pitcher, Kay Johnson. Talk about being able to help your own cause, huh?
Absolutely.
Johnson, a .293 hitter. Looking down to Bushberger.
When we were talking about Blankstrom, he's only a junior, correct? And I said he was going to MCC. I got confused with Johnson's going to MCC, foul ball.
No, Blankstrom's going to MCC.
I was right, yeah.
Yeah, Johnson is the junior, Blankstrom is the senior. Foul ball by Johnson.
I got ahead of myself. I was right. I should have just stayed with it.
Yeah. So I guess you're right so seldom that you're surprised yourself. Is that what you're saying?
I am, absolutely.
Pass or throw over to first base and get him back is that's Nichols over there.
Not used to making sense here, John.
No, I'm not. I hate it when I make fun of you and then I screw up. Yeah. God. There's a pop-up. Well, that's more than a pop-up. That's a fly ball to right field. The right fielder twisting and turning. It gets over his head, and that's in all the way to the wall. And this could empty the bases. You got 1 run in. Here comes 2 runs. Racing for third is Johnson with a triple. As I think that was misjudged by the right fielder there. Got over his head, and then he was in a world of hurt as that scored Blankstrom and Nichols. And now Montague up 4-0 here and still nobody out.
You got to wonder, John, if these kids have never played under the lights all season long, if that got up in the lights, we have lights behind us, I believe.
Right.
If that got up in the lights and then that right fielder just lost it.
Yeah, because he did look like he just didn't get obviously a good jump on it. He wasn't really sure. He didn't pick it up until a little bit late, and then it was over his head, and it was off to the races. Here comes Hayden Mcdonald. He's just a little fellow.
Yeah.
Pitch up high.
He is a stout young man.
Great lineman. Anchored that line both offensively and defensively for the Wildcats for all those years. Talk about a lot of winning, huh?
Yes.
1 ball, no strikes. 4-0. Montague on top here, and there's going to be a strike.
And if I remember right, when we were doing the one of the North Muskegon games, Hayden Mcdonald had the big win. I think in the game 1 when it was 1-0. I think he drove in. I believe he drove in the only run of the
North
game.
Muskegon, yeah. Ball down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Or I guess it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, nobody out. Runners on the corner, and what a rally here to start this game for the Montague Wildcats. Already up 4-0, nobody out. And NorthPointe Christian in a world of hurt here.
I don't know if they took a bus here or not, but they want to go get back on it.
Foul back by McDonald.
Had a good look at it, just a little bit high. He was a little bit low on the swing, came off the top of the bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, Adam has got to feel like he's been out there a year and a half, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Man, he has thrown a lot of pitches. Montague playing small ball, and it's been working. Actually, mix of between, and it's going to be a strike and the third. Hayden looked at a strike on the outside corner, so that's the first out of the inning.
Let's send a quick shout out to Jay Mulder, his son. It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday!
That's just awesome. So I think he's probably, I think he turns 9 today. I'm going to go with 9. So thank you, Jay, for the Jay says we're sounding in mid-season form. So hopefully that's good.
Yeah.
And Jay, I tell you what,
I think what he said is it's as good as we could expect.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Yeah, for us 2 guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
And good job, Jay, spending time with your family. You spend a lot of nights away from them. So good job spending some time with your family tonight and your son celebrating his birthday.
Owen Peterson at the plate, the left-hander, swings and misses at the first one. Pitch inside by Adama, backs him up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still nobody out. No, there's 1 out now.
1 out on the strikeout by McDonald. Yep. Last pitch moved Peterson off the plate a little bit, came inside a little.
Peterson,
Stein is on deck.
Peterson, the right fielder. So that went off either the umpire or nobody. I did.
The umpire.
Took him a while to take off the mask and shake his head, didn't it? Tough guy. It's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Adam, trying to right the ship here. It has been a nightmare for NorthPointe Christian. 4 runs in the first inning.
You know what? I just thought of something.
What's that?
His son is the oldest. I had it reversed. I think he's about 16.
Ball is low and outside. We have an even count at 2-2. Over at third base is Johnson.
Yeah, now Jay texted me and said, hey, my son is 16, not 9 today. So for some reason, I had him flipped.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He's going to take that midseason form back.
Yeah.
Ball was outside, so now we got the full count on Owen Peterson. That's going to be low and by the catcher, so another run's going to score. As coming in is Kay Johnson, the 5th run of the inning, and a walk, and Peterson is at first base.
And Stein is up to bat. And then Gowell's behind him. You get through Gowell, already through the order at one time.
So you have my little scorebook here. I have 2 center fielders for Montague. I have Gowell and Stein. I know what Stein is. Stein must be left field. That's what it is. That's the secret to success. Have 2 center fielders, right? Now we're going to have a messenger. Oh, there.
Team meeting.
Moss comes out to talk to the first base coach, and Bushberger calls Stein to him. So we do have a bit of a conference, and the pitcher, a mound visit by manager Helder.
Got to wonder here how much longer they can go with him. They're already down 5.
Right.
Is he just trying to settle them down? Are they going to look and bringing in the submarine kid? What was his name again? The submariner. Helder. Thank you. Not making a pitching change yet.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, you have these short turnarounds for the tournaments, but the other end of that is if you wait too long and you don't make a move while you're still in the game, then you don't have to worry about that. So manager's got to take that into consideration. Pitch, and Stein looks at a strike. 1 strike on Tate Stein. 5 to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I was right. 5 to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could look at the scoreboard, right? I don't have to.
Yeah, it's out there a ways, though.
Yeah, I was looking at my scorebook instead of the scoreboard. 5 to nothing. Bottom of the first. Ooh, Tate checked to swing but took a strike.
Yeah, went too far. If he wouldn't have gone, I don't think it would have been because it was climbing up high in that strike zone.
Right. Tate asking the official if that was the umpire if that was a strike indeed, or if he wouldn't have swung at it.
Yeah.
Now they'll throw over to first and get him back in plenty of time is Peterson. Peterson's got some speed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've seen him make some great catches in that North Muskegon game from center field.
Right. No, that was Gowell.
But that was Gowell. You're correct. Yeah, thank you.
I confused you because I said there was 2. And now Peterson off to the races, slides, and he came off the bag, and he's going to be out. Oh, he had it originally stolen, but he came off the bag, and Peterson was caught stealing. So 1 inning is in the books. And
nope, not yet. 2 outs.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yep.
My bad.
Yep. Stein is still at bat.
Okay. Didn't want to take that bat away from Stein. So what do we got? A 1 ball, 2 strike count on him, and Owen Peterson is out at second.
And no base runners.
And that's going to be low, so that's going to even the count at 2-2.
Low and inside.
So Adam.
Yeah, Peterson had it. He was there, but he slid past it.
Slid past it, and the second baseman for
NorthPointe Christian.
Yeah, Zellner.
Yep.
Zellner did a great job of staying with it. That's going to be a ball, 3-2.
Yeah, ball outside, low and away. On deck is Gowell. Then we're back to the top of the order if we get there, even though we've got 2 outs now right in a row.
Stein swings and misses, and now there are 3 outs.
So we will start the next inning with Mr. Gowell.
So after 1 inning of play, it is Montague 5, NorthPointe Christian nothing, thanks to base hits by Moss, Bushberger. Blankstrom had a hit and an error. I mean, he originally was going to be a hit and then a throwing error, allowed some runs. Scoring runs were Moss, Bushberger, Blankstrom. Nichols struck out but reached first base. Johnson hit a triple, and he scored a run. McDonald struck out. And then Peterson walked and was gunned down, at second base. So all in all, not a bad start for the Montague Wildcats here in the regional semifinals.
Oh, we have a flyby right over top of us. We have a blue herring.
Yeah, we are right by the airport, but I was thinking that we were going to have airplanes.
He buzzed us.
Yeah,
He buzzed. The blue herring buzzed us. Matt Tarquette was thinking, is it blue herring season? Learned today, Matt's an avid fisherman.
Yeah.
Yeah, loves bass fishing.
See,
he can take a pill for that.
You were. Yeah.
Oh, due up here for NorthPointe Christian is Adama, Pranger, and Headland. Nothing against bass fishing. I do that myself. I will catch anything that bites. I don't care.
Catch a cold?
Yep.
Okay, Johnson breezed through the first inning, struck out
all three.
The three guys he faced. He struck out the first two swinging, Vander Ark and Huizinga, and then Helder looked at a called third strike.
You know, I tell you what, he's been sitting for a while.
Yes,
he has not through. I mean, he's 20. I don't know how long was that inning. 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So he
all of that.
Yeah, he's been sitting for a while. That arm, I'm sure it's not cold, but you know, it's not like he just was out there 10 minutes ago.
Johnson says, "Hey, it doesn't bother me.
Don't matter."
Strike right down the middle. Batting will be the pitcher for NorthPointe Christian, Gibson Adama, left-hander. And that's going to be another strike, man. Boy, Johnson dealing out there.
He is getting them there in a hurry, and they are just. I mean, they're trying to catch up with him.
You can probably hear the glove pop,
yeah.
Nichols' glove pop here, and we got the windows all closed. And now he drives one down the third baseline foul, so it's going to be still 2 strikes.
So he got a bat on it, but he was way behind it, was he not?
Yeah, Johnson is definitely. He's not overthrowing. He's just perfect, really. I mean, he's bringing the heat. Boy, he's not even messing with any curves or off-speed pitches. He's just saying, "Hey, I got a 5-run lead here. If you guys can hit it, more power to you." That's actually what you want to see.
And he's got a great defense behind him. So
yeah. Here comes another fastball. This one high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, nothing. A steady diet of heat.
And you're thinking he does not want to throw a lot of pitchers because he wants to, be able to pitch again on Saturday if they get that far.
And down the middle, called strike, and Johnson has seen 4 batters, and all 4 have walked back to the dugout after a strikeout. Wow.
Pranger at the strolling up there. When did my son-in-law get here? Well, this kid's a good baseball player.
Tristan Pranger is senior. He is a left fielder, right-hand hitter. Ball's outside.
A little bit high.
And there comes one of the planes. Yeah, we are right near the Gerald R. Ford Airport.
Hey, that's the CatchMark jet.
Yeah. They're coming for us.
Brent's coming back from a business trip.
Boy, that is low. You can read the serial number.
Yes.
Ball 2. I just hope they find the landing field and they don't come up a little short. We don't need that.
No, we do not.
2 balls and no strikes. Well, we've been buzzed by a goose and now a plane.
Blue herring.
Blue herring, okay.
That went high and outside.
At least it wasn't a red herring.
No, that's true.
Ball outside, 3 balls, no strikes. So all of a sudden, Johnson, who's been dead on with his control, got a little bit wild here against Pranger. Plate moving around on him a little bit here.
Just going to settle back down. He'll be fine.
Pitches, and that was down the middle.
Yep.
Found it again. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Pranger had the coach had the take on the whole way, did he not? He didn't even wiggle that bat.
And that's going to be a strike on the outside corner. I think the official kind of helped him a little bit there, the umpire. But right on the corner, Payton now, Johnson. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Deals, and that one is going to be low, so it's going to be a walk for Pranger. Yeah, their first base runner, and that was a walk.
But he went 0-3, then 3-2, then he walked them.
Right.
Man, 6 pitches. Once again, pitch count.
Right.
You want to be able to throw Saturday.
Headland is going to bat now. He's a center fielder. He's just a freshman. Right-handed hitter against Johnson, right-hander. Johnson fires over to first. McDonald snaps the tag on Pranger, but Pranger's able to get back.
You know, yeah, look at this too. NorthPointe Christian only has 3 reserve players, so
Yeah.
they don't have a lot of guys.
No, it looks like Montague's got an army compared to.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh man, another throw over to first," and boy, McDonald had to go high on that one. So they got some suspicions about Mr. Pranger over there, apparently.
And I got news for you right after this pitch.
Hedlund has not seen a pitch yet. Now he does. Strike on the outside corner. Boy, he is painting that outside corner.
He certainly is. And the Submariner guy, pitcher, is warming up in their bullpen. Over here, I see him.
Oh, yeah.
For NorthPointe Christian.
Yeah, that's Helder, I'm sorry.
Yep, he's warming up.
And a throw over to first. Boy, they are really keeping a close eye on Pranger, so the scouting report on him must be the young man can run. Gets a good lead. No balls, 1 strike. And
froze him, did he not?
He did, but got a ball call on that. That looked better than the strike, I think.
Yeah, it did.
But it did freeze. The hitter Hedlund. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 5-0. Montague jumped out with a 5 spot in the first innings. Top of the second now. NorthPointe Christian at the plate, and there's going to be another ball high. So 2 balls and 1 strike.
And it went high and outside, did it not?
Right.
5-0. Montague with the lead here, top of the second. Got
Johnson.
a couple of welcomes we want to get here in a minute. Another pitch high and outside.
Our old friend Eric Mitchell listening in, saying everything's sounding great. Want to send a congrats out to, I believe, the Lady Lions soccer team, varsity soccer team won last week, Friday.
Won the district?
Yeah. Eric keeps us well informed with what's happening over in Newaygo. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes a pitch, and that's outside. And all of a sudden,
back-to-back walks.
Yeah, after 4 strikeouts, back-to-back walks for Johnson.
Want to welcome in our pastor, Pastor Mike Connell,
okay.
listening.
Yeah.
And also a good friend of mine, the fertilizer, now the spray tip guy, Tom Toole.
Tom Toole
from Rockford.
All right.
Listening here tonight. So welcome, guys. Appreciate you listening.
You just wanted to say you had a friend, Cal. That's
well,
what
I did.
Strike call on number 15. That is going to be the catcher, Caden Trathen. He's just another sophomore. This is a young team.
You know,
couple of sophomores.
I just don't think they have a lot of kids maybe that play, so they
Right.
just got to pick what they have and go with it.
Swing and a foul back. And now Johnson ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Got a little bit wild after striking out the first 4 hitters that he faced. Struck out the side in the first inning, then struck out the first batter in this second inning, and then walked the next 2. Men on first and second for NorthPointe Christian. 5-0. Montague on top. We're in the bottom of the second.
And he just steps off the rubber here for a second.
Winner will play Saturday, 10 o'clock, right back here at Davenport against the Lansing Catholic Lanesburg winner. And there's going to be a foul to the right side. Yeah, they're staying away from your vehicle, Cal.
Yes, so far.
Yeah, so far.
Tom Toole says, I sound great.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
You started this.
Throw back to second. Getting back is Pranger, head first dive. Johnson's not afraid to throw the ball around, is he?
Oh, he is feeling good tonight, even though he has walked these last 2 guys.
Yeah, he's way ahead in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes to Trathen.
Double plays on if they can go to third with it.
Oh, pop-up. And this is going to be Nichols behind the plate. Nichols goes back, stays with it, makes a catch. Oh, that might have got lost in the lights. He was camped underneath it, and then all of a sudden had to do the 2-step backwards, and Nichols flagged that one down. Great way to stay with it for the captain there.
And you're right. He was completely planted under there, and all of a sudden a quick shift. And it's not that wind. The thing must have been spinning. Just kind of started to spin out on him a little bit.
Plus, I think that has something to do with the lights too, Cal. Oh, high throw to second. Moss flags it down, puts this tag on Pranger, but Pranger gets back. So we got 2 men on, 2 outs now, and Johnson looking at he might be extricating himself from some trouble here. Pitch is going to be low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. This is the designated hitter, Reed Machma. He's a junior.
Billy O'Connell listening. And, yep. Because this play-by-play sounds way easier.
Yeah, it doesn't move quite as fast as basketball. You're right. And there's a pitch on the outside part of the plate. Boy, Johnson has got that outside part of the plate down today.
He does.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Kind of reminds me of a younger Frank Tanana or an older Frank Tanana.
Yeah.
How he could just paint the corners.
Johnson kicks from the stretch, delivers another strike.
And then he does that. He just blows it right past him, right down the pipe.
Yeah.
See if you can catch this young man.
He has definitely opened up the fastball in this second inning with a 5-run lead. As a coach would tell you to do. Don't get fancy. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is going to be the end of the inning for NorthPointe Christian. We have played 1.5, and Montague leads 5-0 over NorthPointe. So what a line on Johnson. You have strikeout, 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 walk, walk, pop to the catcher, and then a strikeout. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts for Hayden Johnson in just 2 innings.
When they come back up, NorthPointe Christian Zenner, the number 9 batter, he will be the first one up. Speaking of the number 9 batter, Gowell will start this one off. Then we're going to go back to the top of the lineup with Moss, Bushberger, and Blankstrom. Here from Davenport University. You want to thank Davenport University for opening up this beautiful facility.
Yeah, it's the only way this thing could have been played, with as much rain as in the area. I mean, just a synthetic field. And I'll tell you what, I think the rain has totally stopped now, hasn't it?
Well, let me look at my little radar here.
Cal's got he's an amateur weatherman here. He's got quite the weather station going.
I had to be for the longest time, John.
Well, yeah, being a farmer, right?
Yeah. Wow. I'll tell you what, we got rain to the north of us, but we're clear right here. But we don't have to look at.
Oh yeah.
Just a few miles of us. There's some sprinkles.
Wow. Yeah. We're right in a pocket of dryness.
Yep.
That sounds like it could be a country song.
Just so don't say a pocket of hotness.
Right.
Oh, I tell you what, Billy O'Connell, if you're still there. You want to talk about something that's fast, young man, you need to do Risers Soccer.
Yeah.
Call play-by-play on Risers Soccer. CatchMark, Brent Rath, Scott DeCamp, and the crew. They hired Johnny and I, and Matt was there. We went and did some soccer. Yeah. Professional indoor soccer, 5-on-5. Wow.
Yeah, that is fast. And I became a soccer fan. I had not watched a whole lot of soccer, but I'll tell you what, they did a great job this year. Hey, we do have a new pitcher, by the way. I think in all our craziness here, we have failed. You mentioned that he was warming up. Gabe Helder, the senior, the submarine pitcher. So now we'll see if how Montague can do against the submariner. Kid that's going to be going to University of Illinois.
He is. I tell you what, he is. I've been watching him here a couple. He hasn't found the strike zone yet.
Yeah.
He was high and away, and then he was low and inside on that last one.
And you know what? I got to think that that Gowell is probably watching this in the on-deck circle and saying,
yeah, and he was way inside on that one.
So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we take on the first pitch here.
Yep. Gowell can bat left-handed tonight.
Chase Gowell, the junior.
We've seen Montague lay down 2 beautiful bunts here in that first inning that both led to runs. So if he could lay one down that left field line the way he runs, he could get on first base.
Pitch is outside, so it's a ball.
He's struggling out there.
Yeah.
Boy. Now, I would throw it and then have to run up and pick it up and throw it again to get it there.
1 ball, no strikes on Gowell. I'm assuming that Gowell's going to take until he gets a strike. Yep. And so far, he's got 2 balls on him.
This kid doesn't.
2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, he grabs it and throws too, doesn't he?
Right.
Helder.
Yeah.
He doesn't wait.
Gowell says, as long as you're not going to throw strikes, that's fine. Looks inside, and now it's 3-0. Little friendly bet on if this is going to be a take. Yeah, you gotta take now until this guy proves that he can throw a strike. And we're not saying that. I mean, this guy's obviously the real deal. He's just having trouble, and he walks Gowell on 4 straight pitches. That is not what Coach Helder wanted at all.
No, and I tell you what, none of them were close.
No, and like you said, even in the warm-ups, he was having trouble locating the mound.
So Moss back up. He has a bunt and scored.
Stacy. No, he was the one that hit the ball between
he was.
the
I'm
first and
I've
second
got one
baseman.
ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Bushberger was started it with a bunch.
Right. Swing and a miss by Moss. So there's a strike. Well, I'm kind of surprised that Moss kind of helped him out. I mean, not that it wouldn't have been called a strike anyhow, but you would have thought that maybe you're going to take until you see if he can throw a strike. Moss digging in now. Submarine outside past the catcher and streaking down to second is Gall. Will make the big turn. And he gets down there on the wild pitch.
Boy, the pitchers here tonight so far, it's only, the second inning?
Bottom of the second.
Yeah, bottom of the second. They are having a hard time finding the plate.
So it's 1-1 on Moss. Gall is moved to second after his walk. From the stretch is Helder. Helder looks back, Gall. There's a bunt attempt, and it's going to be a foul. No, I guess he did not hit. I thought he ticked it, but he didn't because Gall goes to third, so it gets past the catcher, and now Gall is all the way to third base. So Moss did not, or not Moss. Yeah, Moss. He did not get a piece of it.
Well, I thought he did.
I did
the
too.
way the ball. I thought he did. I thought it went off the bottom end of the bat and just went, skirted out of there.
But it works out well for Montague. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and now a time called. Boy, NorthPointe Christian thinking, man, oh man, this is not the way we planned this game.
No.
Ooh, high pitch inside, and again wrestling with it is the catcher, Trevathan.
Mm-hmm. It went right over Moss's head.
Yeah, Trevathan keeps the ball in front of him. Count even at 2-2. Moss digs in now. One hit. He's got Gall at third. Gall's taking a tour of the bases here. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop, fielded by the shortstop, throw to first. It got him at first, but the run is going to score. So fielder's choice and an RBI for Moss. That's going to score Gall.
Make it 6-0.
6-0 here. We played, we're into the bottom of the second, so we played an inning and a half. Yes, inning and a third, you'd call it. And batting now is Bushberger. Had a base hit his first. He was the one that hit the bunt. That started the small ball, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Yep.
Bunt.
A beautiful bunt down that left field line.
Right.
Pushed it down there about 12 feet.
Yep. Third baseman couldn't come up with it cleanly. But, it was perfect.
Catcher runs out to the pitcher. They have a quick discussion. They'd be talking about watching the bunt because that was a bunt the last time, maybe.
Nobody on now. Whoa, way outside. Man, oh, man. Helder is battling himself here. I'll tell you what, if you're a hitter, you probably are not digging in too bad.
I was just going to say the
same
thing.
No idea where the ball's going to go. And swing and a tick by Bushberger is going to foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, I'll tell you, Nolden Ryan was a lot like that. Throw the ball 100 miles an hour, and you just didn't always know where it was going to go.
What was the baseball movie we were talking about?
Luke
or
that was Major League, wasn't it?
Yeah, the young kid that threw so wild.
Yeah, Wild Thing.
That
was Charlie Sheen, right?
No, that wasn't the movie. It was a different movie.
Oh, I was thinking
Costner was in it.
Oh, Bull Durham?
Bull Durham.
Okay.
Luke Lamooch or whatever his name was. Yeah. That was on the other night. I watched that for a couple minutes.
Right down the middle. Boy.
He found the strike zone that time.
Yeah. He froze Bushberger on that one. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good-looking pitch there by Helder.
Right.
Now Bushberger's going, what is he going to throw me now?
Yeah. Submarine, it's going to be a pop foul, first base. First baseman chasing it's going to go out of bounds. Let's see who's playing first. Oh, you know what? They switched Adama out, so now Adama is the first baseman.
That was off the top of the dugout over there on the right side.
They are all staying. All the foul balls are to the right side. So still the count's going to stay 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bushberger. Bushberger is
he's a senior, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And a strike down the middle, dropped by the catcher. He'll tag out Bushberger, so there will be a strikeout there. So there's 2 outs now. Nobody on. And third baseman number 9, Colton Blankstrom, will be on. He hit the ball down the third base line. It got the hit, but then the throwing error scored a couple of runs.
That is correct. Third strikeout here tonight so far for the NorthPointe pitching staff.
And a strike on the outside corner.
Helder's starting to find it, is he not?
He is. 6-0.
He's starting to find that strike zone, starting to find that plate.
6-0, Montague on top. They hang on and win this one. They will be playing Saturday right back here. Ball's going to be outside against the winner of Lansing Catholic and Lanesburg. Division 3. And then from here, if you're fortunate enough to go on, there's a drive to the shortstop. Oh, he had some trouble with it, ate him up, and he is throwing over there, and it's going to be safe. Boy, that was a tough play.
Yeah.
For the shortstop. That is Vander Ark.
That was a line shot. I kind of hopped right in front of him.
Kind of a short hop, yeah. Especially on this synthetic field. And it's going to be a
I don't know if they'll give him an error or not. Probably should have picked it up and cleanly, but he hit that hard. Blankstrom hit that hard.
Right.
So Tug is up.
Tug Nichols. He struck out and reached base.
Mm-hmm. And then scored.
Yeah. Oh, ball inside.
Buckled Tug a little bit, did he not?
Close shave. Of course, Tug
shaves.
Has that beard, yeah. Oh, and now a throw over to first, and it's going to get past the first baseman, and now streaking to second.
Rolling.
Yeah,
he's going for third.
And Blankstrom will get into third on that one. So, NorthPointe Christian, boy, it is just not their night.
No, Helder snapped one over to first base, and that went wild, and then Blankstrom took off.
Yeah. So Tug has the count in his favor, 1 ball, no strikes, and now he's got a man 90 feet away. And there's a ground foul behind the plate.
Tug's got to get these things to go straight. They keep coming back here.
Right.
Got to straighten it out. That'd be run number 7 sitting over there at third base.
Yeah, 6-0 Montague, and we haven't played 2 full innings. There's a drive to right field. Let's see if the right fielder fares better this time, and he does. He makes the catch. Nice catch out there by the right fielder. That would be, I'll tell you in a minute. That would be Patrick Huizinga.
That is Huizinga. And we leave a guy on third base here. Montague does. So they ended 2-7. Was it 6 or 7? 6.
6-0 Montague on top. Dimensions of the field, you're starting to talk about that in the first inning, then we never really got back. But down the line, each line is 330. Gaps, the power alleys, 375. And then the straightaway is 400. But I'll tell you what, that does not look like 400 to me, does it? Does it look like that to you? I guess maybe.
Pretty good bet that they know how deep it is.
Well, I'm thinking so. Yeah, I'm not thinking they're making it up. But, I mean, I'm just saying that when I think 400, I think, a little farther than that.
Maybe because it's getting darker?
No, it looked a little shorter even when it was light. But, no, I mean, I'm sure it is. I mean, I'm sure their website wouldn't lie, would it?
No. Well, let's put it this way. There's 400 feet in 2022, but back in the mid to late 70s when you played over there at Muskegon, maybe they had 400 painted on the fence, but it was only 335 or something.
Yeah, I think Marshfield was 325 down the line.
Is it?
Yeah. So
you ever hit one out at Marshfield?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah. I couldn't run, so you had to hit it far.
You had to hit a long ways.
You had to hit a long ways to get, well, it's not like I had 740 of them.
No, you still hit one out at historic Marshfield?
Yeah, right.
I'm sitting by a celebrity.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be signing autographs after the game today.
Okay. Another historic field. 2 of them and actually in the Muskegon area, Hackley and Marsh both.
Also tried out for the Cincinnati Reds. Didn't know that, did you?
You what?
The Cincinnati Reds tried. They had now this is much better than it. Every year, Les David had the Cincinnati Red scouts come down and do a tryout for the kids. So it wasn't like they said, "Hey, young man, you got to be a tryout." I screwed my own story up. I should have just left it at that. It would sound much more impressive. But yeah, anybody could try out that wanted to.
Gotcha. So you went? Heck yeah.
Well, Johnny Bench was the catcher, so I knew I didn't have much of a chance.
No, yeah.
If it wasn't for that bench guy,
you might have been there.
Might have been there.
Yep.
I'm sure that's the only thing that held me back.
Yeah. NorthPointe Christian, their number 9 batter.
Yeah, this is going to be. Oh, you know what?
Zenner.
No, it's their number 8. Oh, yeah, you're right. I screwed myself up because I put Poles in as the. Yes, I'm just going to agree with you, Cal. This is the number 9 hitter, the second baseman.
You got thinking about maybe playing for the Cincinnati Reds.
Right.
Johnny Bench. You kind of took a little walk down memory lane from 40 years ago.
And got lost.
1
ball, 1 strike. Yeah, and the ball is going to be a little bit outside. Yep. 2 balls and 1 strike now.
You realized it was 40 years ago you were in school and you've spent 40 years broadcasting high school sports.
Yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike, and Zenner squares to a bunt, pulls it back, and takes the ball. So,
and in your 40 years, this is the best you get right here. You're at Davenport University.
There it is. Called in a regional semifinal game. 3 balls, 1 strike. Johnson. And that's going to, again, hits that outside corner.
I thought that was kind of going to go up and high into the left. It was going to be a ball. But that umpire's been consistent all night.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Johnson's been mowing him down, and he had that little streak of wildness there where he walked a couple. Ground ball over to Hayden Mcdonald, pitches back over to Johnson. Johnson gets wins the foot race to first base against Zeller, and that's going to be go to 3-1 for a ground out.
Hey, how about that fundamental baseball right there?
Right.
Wow, you can tell those guys practice that all season.
Yeah, that's
good to see fundamental baseball, and that was it, man. Nice job by those 2 guys.
That's something that looks so easy, but there's a lot of moving parts in that. You got to pitcher, first of all, he's got to get on his horse to get over there and get it. He's got to get a ball on the run. The first baseman, first of all, has got to flag it down.
Yeah.
So one out here, and batting now is the top of the order. That is going to be Huizinga, Patrick Huizinga.
And he looks like a called strike on the inside.
6-0. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Montague has had their way with NorthPointe Christian. Fires. Oh, there's a base. Oh, nope. No, it's not. It didn't. I thought that was going to go in center field, but Moss got over there and turned into a fly ball to Moss. So that's going to be 2 outs.
Yeah, nice job by Moss because he had to head towards second base, and I'm with you. When it left the bat, I thought it was going to fly in over top of Moss's head.
I saw that green out there, and
Moss just doing a great job of running that down. Good hustle by Moss. Great play.
So 2 outs, and now Vander Ark, the shortstop, sees a strike in the outside corner. So
I tell you what, other than 2 batters,
right?
Johnson has been just strike.
Yeah, he has.
He's walked 2 back to back, but other than that, he's just been on.
5 strikeouts. Ball is going to be a little bit low, so it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on as Johnson breezing again here in the 3rd inning. Top of the 3rd.
Yeah, and they don't want him to throw a lot of pitchers because they want to keep his pitch count down so he can go Saturday.
There's a bounding ball going to be foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So Johnson 1 pitch away from getting out of another fairly quick inning. Yeah, he labored a little bit in that 2nd inning when he had those couple of walks.
Yeah, because Pranger got him for a walk and Hedlund got him for a walk.
Right. And now Vander Ark swings and fouls it back, stays alive.
Number 14 for them is big. That's a big kid. Oh.
Trying to see who that is.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you know who it is. It's
Gabe Helder. Yeah.
Ball outside. Tug had to do some calisthenics to get out there and flag that down.
Kind of climb the ladder there a little bit. That one seemed to be floating up.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are away.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Stay here, John. You're not going to the casino.
Just outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now.
Johnson, he gets the ball back from Tug, and he's like, let's go.
Johnson wanted that one. Here's the payoff pitch. Johnson looking in at Nichols. And here it comes. Outside, walks him. So Vander Ark will get to first base on the walk, and it's going to bring up Helder.
Boy, didn't he have 2 quick strikes on him?
He did.
Yep, and here's Helder, like you said, struck out the first time at bat.
Right. Not the Lone Ranger. He was one of the 3 strikeouts in that first inning.
Yeah.
Actually, the first 4 guys struck out for NorthPointe Christian.
Then we got to Pranger with the walk.
Right. Yeah, then 2 walks in a row.
Yep.
Throw over to first. Getting back is Vander Ark.
Yeah, Johnson not afraid to throw to the corners, is he not? Or try to keep him honest.
Pitching from the stretch, fires another one over to first, and getting back again is Vander Ark.
They're not going to let him get a lead, are they not?
No, they are really suspicious about him. Pitch, and there he goes. Nichols fires, but it's going to miss the mark and actually hit the runner, and he is hurt.
Well, it hit Moss, and it ricocheted over and hit the runner.
But he's getting up. The runner, that is Vander Ark's got the stolen base.
Tug with the throw, and it started. We could see it was right straight away. Started to veer to the right. Moss had to go get it, slid out of his glove, and hits the runner.
So that was a hard-earned stolen base for Vander Ark. He's at second, 2 outs, no balls, 1 strike against Helder. And now Johnson looking the runner back to second. There's a bounding ball down the third baseline, goes foul. Boy, that would have been
good thing
trouble.
it went foul.
Yeah, that'd have been trouble.
That'd have been guys on the corners with 2 outs.
As it is, you have no balls, 2 strikes right now, and 2 outs. Nichols taking the opportunity to have a quick word with Johnson, making sure they're on the same page.
Umpire has Tug's helmet. Tug smiles. Thank you.
So here is the pitch. Right now the batter, Helder's got to protect here. He's down 0-2 in the count. Johnson looking at second. Moss breaking towards the base, and the ball is going to be high.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
But Johnson wants to get him too. He doesn't want to want to face another guy, because that would be Adama. That's their number 4 guy, their cleanup hitter. So he wants Johnson wants to get this guy right here.
There's a pop out to right field. Moss is going to be behind him. Oh, it fell between Moss and the right fielder, and there's a run that's going to come in. And out there in right field for Montague is Peterson.
Yeah, that was one of those that was hit just over the head of the second baseman, but a little bit short of Peterson.
Right.
So that was Helder, and Helder's on first, right?
First,
I saw the further he made it.
Yeah, Moss that was kind of a tweener. Moss was running out there, but he couldn't get it, and Peterson couldn't get it either, so it fell between the 2 of them. So now you're going to have Helder at first base. 1 run is in for NorthPointe Christian, so they're on the board. 6-1. And there's a ground ball towards Hayden Mcdonald. He will pick it and step on the bag.
That was Adama.
And Adama is out to the first baseman. So 1 run scores for NorthPointe Christian. We have played 2.5. And Montague is on top, 6-1. So a little bit of problems here and there, but Cade's still looking like he's
rolling along.
Yeah.
Due up here for Montague, we're going to go Johnson, McDonald, Peterson, Stein, and Gowell. So the bottom of the lineup, basically. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Coming up. I guess you can't really say the 5th batter is the bottom of the lineup.
No, I was thinking about that. I said, oh,
it's not really the bottom.
No, it's just
it's the mid.
It's the top of the bottom.
It's the mid bottom. We have the mid upper and the mid bottom.
Yeah, the mid, yeah.
And don't try this at folks. Don't try this at home.
Yeah, that's right. And then sometimes you hit rock bottom, right,
yeah.
Cal?
If you want to hear something really funny, go to my Facebook page and check out some of the stuff that happened behind the scene here tonight.
You don't have to do that, by the way.
my illustrious Hall of Fame partner, and his, needless to say, he had the entire press box in stitches.
I love social media. You're on camera even when you're not on camera. That's not fair. I wonder if I can sue somebody on that. I didn't give my permission for none of that,
Yeah, it's all too bad. It's going to live in infamy now.
Yeah, infamy.
Infamy?
Well, let's see if Helder can find some control here. 6-1. The good news for NorthPointe Christian, they did get on the board, but they still got a bit of a mountain to climb here, Cal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Helder really struggled here when he came in at the start of that second inning, but started to find the plate as he went on. So it's this bottom of third, correct? And as I know Maureen say that, he throws it wild again to the backstop.
Winner will play here Saturday at Davenport College. Great facility here. Obviously,
Beautiful
it's a college,
facility.
so you would think so. But it's kind of a treat. Treat for us to call some baseball. We'd been wondering if we were ever going to get a chance to do it, and we're still wondering if we're ever going to.
We're not talking about doing it well.
No,
we're just
that's
doing
right.
it.
Yeah, let's not set this. Let's not set the bar too high.
No. Matt's going, if you two clowns can do this,
right,
I mean, anybody can.
Exactly. All right, leading off is the pitcher, Kay Johnson.
Yep, Johnson, McDonald, Peterson.
Johnson with a triple his first time up. He takes the ball.
Got it over top of the right fielder.
Yeah.
And rolled a long ways.
There's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Johnson.
That umpire, he's consistent with that pitch. No matter who's pitching, that is a strike. And good to see a nice job by the umpire.
Yep, that's all you ask for an umpire. Just be consistent, right? Ball's going to be outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Helder not wasting no time neither, is he?
No, he's not. And players like to play behind pitchers that deal. Nothing worse than having somebody having to wait between pitches, and it's going to be a foul back, so it's going to be 2-2. Yeah, it keeps everybody on their toes.
It makes the game go so much faster.
It does. The pros could learn a little something from this. And there's going to be another foul. Ooh, Johnson might have fouled it off a part of him because he's limping a little bit. I don't know if that came off a knee or something.
It looked like it stung, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Don't need him hurt.
Nope. Or the guy coming up behind you, the big man, McDonald.
No. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Johnson. Leadoff man here in the bottom of the third. Helder throws, and there's going to be a foul down the first base line.
Johnson doing a good job of just reaching out, getting the bat on it now. Foul them pitches off that he's not really sure about, looking for the one he wants to hit.
Yep. Get 2 strikes on you. Got to protect the plate. Just take something off your swing and just try to make some contact. And he dribbles another one down the first baseline, foul.
And one of the Montague coaches trying to barehand that. Now he's having a chat with the umpire.
Speaking of the coaching staff doing a great job, manager Kevin Bushberger, you got Brick Blankstrom and Jeff Moss. Guys do a great job.
Yes, they do.
And there's another foul. This one's going to make it back into the over the dugout and out of play.
And they're making Helder throw a lot. He's making.
Right.
Johnson's making Helder throw a lot of pitches.
Yeah. Still 2-2. First or leadoff batter here in the bottom of the third. Montague up 6-1. And another foul. Man, one of those infamous at-bats here.
Mm-hmm.
So Johnson staying alive.
That's a song.
Bee Gees.
Yep.
Helder fires, going to be outside.
Ball.
Full count.
I tell you what, Johnson pulled that back.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Wow.
Yeah. The umpire called it a ball, and then they appealed to first base, and he agreed. So it's going to be 3-2 now. Helder, Submariner. Now Johnson fouls this one down the third baseline. Well, he's sprayed the ball around, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. And Helder just is adding to his pitch count.
Right.
I mean, this is their second pitcher already.
Yeah, and there's going to be up the middle. Let's see if the second baseman gets it, fires to first, and he is out. So a good play by NorthPointe Christian's second baseman, Zellner. Zellner got it. Ball that drove him over to the bag, fielded it, picked it, and threw it over to first to Adama. And there's one up and one down.
And he had to wait for it.
He did.
And it was one of those bounces. He couldn't really go run it down. He had to wait for it to get there.
Right. But a great at-bat for Johnson.
Yeah.
Made him throw a lot of – ooh, and this one is going to hit Hayden Mcdonald. And Hayden is going to go to first base.
Mm-hmm. He's going, that's nothing. I've been hit by West Michigan Conference linemen my whole life. That's nothing.
He doesn't even rub it, does he?
No.
Yeah. And now stepping up to the plate is Owen Peterson. He walked in the first innings and stole a base, it looked like. Yes. No, he was caught stealing. He was caught stealing. Remember, he had the base stolen, and then he overslid the bag.
Yes, I was just going to say, wait a minute, he didn't walk. But
I couldn't read my writing there.
That's okay. Strike out here by Helder on Peterson. 0-1.
Left-hander against the right-handed pitching of Helder. Left-hander being Peterson. And now they're going to reset. Took a little bit too much time, so Peterson steps out. Now he's back in. No balls, one strike. Down low, gets past the catcher, and boy, Big Hayden is rolling, and he is going to – good for him. He's going to make it down to second base.
And then the catcher falls down.
Yeah.
Trying to pick it up to try to throw down there. And
Hayden's going to say –
slips and just fell on his behind.
Hayden's going to say, look at those wheels, huh?
Yeah.
Chugging down there like a locomotive.
Coach, give me the green light to go to third
right,
is what he's saying.
Right. One ball and one strike.
No, Coach is saying you stay right there.
Set. Helder looks back at McDonald. Fires. It's going to be low and inside now. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, how do you dig in against Helder? Because you just don't know where the ball's going.
No, you don't.
Could be in the dirt, could be inside, outside, but could be up at your head.
Right. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the third, 6-1. Montague on top of NorthPointe Christian. Ball's going to be outside, and now you have a 3-1 count. Well, they do have first base open, but I'm sure this isn't necessarily you're probably not going to want to walk the number 7 hitter.
No, and you got Stein coming up who struck out the last time up.
And that's outside. So for the second time, Peterson walks. And now we have men on first and second. And Tate Stein will bat for the Montague Wildcats with his team up 6-1.
Great basketball player, great point guard at Montague.
Missed all the last season with that devastating knee injury. Came back and had a really nice season for
Dave Osborne.
Yeah, it's good to see him get back in there. I mean, that was a serious injury. Squares to bunt and misses it. It's going to be a call. Well, he ticked it, so it's going to be still a strike. Boy, Hayden was on his horse, wasn't he?
He was. Big man lumbers. He can run.
He's feeling his oats out there. Hayden says, put me in, Coach. I'm ready to run.
0-1 here on Stein.
6-1. It's been all Montague. Looking to advance to the finals, regional finals. Ball's going to be outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good eye by Stein not to chase that one out there. Montague going for win number 23 on the season.
That is some winning.
Yes.
Ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
He cannot find the plate. When he does, he gets it there in a hurry. But, man, he's all over the place. Helder is.
Both of these pitchers were attacked by wildness, I guess you'd call it. Adama and now Helder. And they're going to call that one a strike outside corner.
So
2 balls.
2?
Yep, 2 and 2. Hayden Mcdonald at second. Owen Peterson at first. 1 man out. Tate Stein, the batter for Montague. Montague up 6-1 here, bottom of the third. Going to be inside, gets past the catcher, but Hayden, there'll be no advance for him.
Everybody stays there, which is a good thing because the catcher did a good job of hustling to pick that up. He might have got Hayden coming in, sliding into third.
I'll tell you what, you got to give a Medal of Honor to Trainer, the catcher. He has had no idea where some of those balls are going, and he's done a good job, all things considered.
Just because I'm calling the pitch for this doesn't mean it's going to be there.
Right. And now a ball low and another walk. And now the bases are loaded. You got Stein at first, Peterson at second. McDonald chugs into third. 1 man out. And Chase Gall, who walked and scored his first time up, will be up at bat, left-hander, and now the
coach is coming out. Yeah, pitching coach
coming out to talk to
Helder.
Helder, yeah.
Young Mr. Helder.
Boy, you got to think your options are pretty narrow if you're NorthPointe Christian. First of all, like we said, they only have 3 players on the bench, and 2 of your pitchers, your aces, you would say, have already are taking part in it. So right now,
and they have nobody warming up.
No, they may not have nobody.
They may not have. You go on the whole season.
Yeah.
So we got 2 Montague guys walking down here. They were down warming up somewhere. Not sure who it was. Maybe I get the binoculars.
Yeah, maybe a coach out there saying, "Hey, you know what? You're what we have."
It was Blankstrom. Blankstrom was warming up.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. That's who it is.
Okay. Well, you're talking. You got to figure your Montague. You're going to be playing on Saturday. You finish here, so you probably want to watch, like you said,
that pitch count.
The pitch count for Johnson.
Yep.
So wouldn't be surprised if Colton comes in. Submariner and a swing and a miss for Gall.
Scott DeCamp is in the press box.
The legend.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm melting out there.
He's out here lying, too.
He just came in for the pizza. That's what it was.
A lot of pizza left. 2 quick strikes.
Scott DeCamp's got a shirt on, says, "I'm here for the pizza." No balls and 2 strikes on Chase Gall. Bases loaded, 1 out.
I got a question for Scott.
Swing and a miss, and he goes down swinging, does Gall, so that will be the 2nd out, and that'll bring up Moss.
What's the weather like out there? Is what? A little chilly? Okay. As he takes a bite of pizza. I'm really good at the timing questions.
Yeah. Ball. Oh, they're going to call it a strike.
Yep.
I guess they're going to say that Moss swung at it. Actually, it was inside, but he couldn't hold up. So no balls, 1 strike.
Yeah. Moss is a single and scored, and he also made the first out of the 2nd inning.
And there's a drive to third. Fair ball over the third base bag. Hayden chugs in to score. He is followed in with another run there. That is going to be
Peterson.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Peterson scores, so 2 runs in on the solid line drive over third base by Nick Moss.
Yep. And Moss is on. He hit that hard right down the line, did he not?
Yeah.
I thought it might go foul.
So now you have Moss at first and Stein at second. Up to bat is Bushberger. Bushberger bounces 1 foul. He's had a single and a strikeout this evening.
Mm-hmm.
No balls, 1 strike. And now it is 8-1.
They used to say a couple of ducks on the pond right there for you.
Stretch, and that's, again, that outside corner. A strike, and Bushberger finds himself in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, this home plate umpire's been done a really good job tonight because he is consistent. If that ball's like pushing on that corner, it's a strike every time.
They only have 1 strike on the board, but I'm sure he has 2. Swing, and that one is going to be, I know he has 2 because he struck out.
Yep.
So he swings and misses, strikes out, and that is going to be the end of the 3rd inning. So 2 runs score. So after 3 full innings, it is the Montague Wildcats 8, NorthPointe Christian Mustangs 1 here at Davenport College on this Wednesday evening. The rain has stopped, and not a bad night. I'd say probably temperatures in the 50s. You probably could tell me that at some point, couldn't you, Cal?
I don't think it's in the – it's probably down in the 50s.
Probably 58.
Yep.
You just didn't want to give me credit for being right about something, did you?
Well,
he's so used to disagreeing on everything that even when I'm right, it's got to be a battle.
Johnson's still on the hill out there. Take a look here.
So apparently, they'll probably get, another inning out of him, maybe?
I would think so, maybe. Due up, I believe, is Pranger, Hedlund, and Trerathan.
Yep.
For NorthPointe Christian.
Trathan, like I said,
Yeah.
should get a medal tonight. Boy, he's really been all over the place behind the plate. He said he's had to deal with two pitchers that have been wild at times, and that is not fun.
Tell you what, I'm going to hand my headset. No, he's still eating.
Yeah.
I'm going to be waiting a while. I want to. Matt, you want to jump in here for a minute?
What you got to do?
Matt says, no, I'm fine. I was just going to let somebody else talk for a minute. Just say, share the love, partner.
Oh, okay.
It's sharing the love.
Well, you could just stay quiet.
Well, someone's got to correct your mistakes.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, now we're going to get some of that instant, what do you call that, dry slide?
How about dry sand?
There you go.
That's called a mound manicure.
Okay, that's what we're getting. We're getting a mound manicure here.
Mound manicure.
A lot of rain. This field's held up great because it's all plastic and rubber, but the mound is they got the dirt on that, so they got to get that built back up a little bit. So this will be just a few seconds. Got a great facility here. The football
Beautiful,
facility
yeah.
over to our right. Drove past that softball facility on the other end of the baseball facility here. So
Watched a football game here this past fall, as Ferris State dismantled Davenport.
yeah. Oh.
Tony and East. You got a text message? Someone
Yeah.
sending you a little love?
Yeah, Eric Mitchell saying the temperature is 56 degrees.
Thank you,
There.
Eric.
See, thank you, Eric. 50-some degrees in there.
Mm-hmm.
See, Eric agrees with me.
Longtime umpire out here this great umpire, great guy. But if you look at him, you're going to think that guy's from the band ZZ Top.
Yeah, he's got one of those really long beards, doesn't he?
He has. He's had that for a while. Really cool looking dude. What's his name? Chuck Proper. There we go.
He's a sharp-dressed man.
He is a sharp, yeah. I'll always call him Chucky. Yeah.
Tristan Pranger steps in. He's a right-handed hitter. It's been all Montague. 5 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. NorthPointe able to put up a singleton in the third inning. High pitch, first pitch, 1 ball, no strikes.
Pranger has been on base once. He got all the way over to, he had to walk and then got moved to second.
Boy, again, the heat coming from Johnson. No mystery there, just rearing back and firing. It's going to be a ball, unfortunately, but 2 balls and no strikes.
Almost just kind of bounced that up there, did he not?
Yeah, he almost overthrew that. That's
Yeah.
one thing he wasn't doing. And sometimes when you just bring the heat, that you have a tendency to do that.
And there he settled back down and he got to that strike.
Yeah, I found it on the outside corner. That's been good to him all night.
Says, all right, I'm not Justin Verlander. I can't throw 100 miles an hour. So I'll just go back to doing what I was doing.
Yeah, Scott and I were talking about that, where Verlander would be throwing even harder at the end of the game than he was during the game. He hit 3 digits late in the game. He was just a freak of nature. 3 balls, 1 strike. And there's a foul off out of play by Pranger.
It's up to 3-2. You see Blankstrom was warming up down on the other end. He might be coming in to save a few innings here for Johnson.
Right. Yeah, it looks like barring there's a drive and over the head of the second baseman Moss into right field. So a base hit for Pranger. He's walked and now he has a base hit.
Well, this is one guy with the last name of Pranger who's a good baseball player.
I smelled another text coming.
Yeah, I think so. I got to give it to my son-in-law, Brandon. He was an all-state baseball player at Shelby. Played a year at Muskegon Community.
Well, he must have played for Coach Wright because Coach Wright's the only coach that has ever been over
all the way back
like
to
100
the 1800s.
years, right? Yeah, and I do mean that with all love, Brian. That's a long time. Still coaching with the Clippers, right? Muskegon. Up to bat now is Headland. That is Logan Headland.
Strike out there by Johnson again.
He is a center fielder. Man on first for NorthPointe Christian. That's Pranger. Pitch and fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. Johnson way ahead here. See if he doesn't mess around with him and just brings him the heat again, or does he change up and get a little tricky?
I think just can throw a controlled fastball because they're having a hard time catching up to you.
Right.
Pranger, the number 5 hitter.
Johnson looking over to first base at Pranger. Now he's going to throw over there. Pranger gets back.
Mm-hmm. If I remember right, maybe Pranger was he the one that stole first, got to second? I think he was on that walk.
He could have been, yeah.
Oh, the bender.
Got him.
Wow.
So another strikeout for Johnson. That I think is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6th strikeout of the evening. And now stepping up is a catcher who has had a heck of a night tonight, Hayden Trathan, and he is just a freshman. And there goes the runner, and Tug has trouble getting that out of his mitt.
He dropped it.
Yep. So
he had a good jump. I mean, Tug had a really good jump coming up out of his catching position, and man, he got it locked.
Yep.
Ready to throw, and he just dropped it.
So Pranger's on second now. Moss kind of yo-yoing to try to keep him close. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a foul back.
Boy, did he chase that one way outside.
Yeah, by Trathan.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's asking a lot. I'll tell you what, I have even more admiration for this guy being a catcher, and he's a freshman.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see that very often unless you're – well, you know, in NorthPointe Christian don't have a lot of guys. So, but to be able to get a guy that's been as mobile, and now the ball is thrown wild, and it's going to bring Pranger to third base. Yep. So 2 balls and 1 strike. So what I'm trying to say there is that you got a freshman catching, and he's doing a pretty good job, all things, especially against two pitchers that are kind of trying to find the plate tonight.
Yeah, they haven't made it easy for him at all. They've been all over the place. He's been snagging them high, low, inside, outside.
Here's Johnson. Fire and swing and a miss. High heat there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nothing fancy there, Cal.
No, it was not. They go right back to that. See if the little freshman can catch up to it.
Looks at Pranger at third. Fires it, going to be. So he ducked, but he got the called strike. So strikeout number 7 for Johnson.
He ducked right into a curveball, wasn't it, maybe?
Right,
yeah.
Right.
And he tried to duck it, coming at him, thinking, well, if I squat lower, it's going to be a ball, but no.
And now
we got a timeout.
Bushberger going to come out and talk with Johnson.
I think maybe what are they going to talk about the guy at third base, Pranger, to figure out what they want to do with him with 2 outs? You wouldn't think so.
No.
I'm not a big baseball guy.
But
there is a discussion.
He might be – no, he's not taking the ball. It's kind of a odd spot.
He's taking the ball?
No, I thought he did, but he didn't, I don't think.
Scott said he is.
Is he? Oh, you know what? That's great. That's a great point. The pitch count, yeah. Thank you. Okay, that's exactly what it's got to be. I did see Bushberger grab the baseball, and so he's probably on his pitch count. So now Johnson's going to go over to a third. He had 73 pitches, according to Matt Taggart. Thank you very much, Matt.
I tell you what, though, that's 33 on the hill.
Okay, so it isn't going to be. That's
Moss. Okay, Nick Moss. Because we've seen Blankstrom warming up. That's why I thought Blankstrom might come in.
Well, probably right now they have a bit of a luxury. You don't want to get too cute, but you got a big lead.
And they want to save Blankstrom maybe for Saturday.
Right, exactly. Yeah. No,
and Moss has thrown some innings this year.
Good call on that, Scott. Appreciate you being up here and paying attention. One of us should be. Get 3 of us. Three of us, and one of us will figure something out here.
I've been talking about pitch count the whole game. But
we got to talk to Brent about hiring more people, because the more people we have, the better chance that something could get called right. So it's strength in numbers, isn't it? Isn't that how that works?
Mm-hmm, something like that. Numbers.
Right.
There's numbers in this game.
Sure. Yeah, we need to have an announcing crew of about 12, and then we would have everything covered.
Well, here, you want to talk for a minute? Here we go. Hold on. He's texting somebody. And he says my phone goes off a lot. I don't even dare ask.
So Moss
who he's texting, though.
Moss is coming into a pitch now as I'm going to ask you this, Scott, since you seem to be on top of it with the pitch count. Did Johnson just leave the game altogether, or did they switch him at a position? I did not think to look at that. You have any idea?
Yeah, they put him at third. Looks like they got Johnson at third.
Okay.
And it looks like they put Blankstrom at second.
Ah, okay.
And so really, it's just a three-position substitution because you had, or not even a substitution, but just a position swap because Moss was at second.
Machma looks at a strike, and Moss picks up right where Johnson left off. Boy, Johnson was on. He had that little streak of wildness there in the second inning, but kind of nipped it in the bud, didn't he?
Yeah, he struck out the side in the first and looked sharp right from the beginning.
Moss fires. There's going to be a foul back. Listen for the crash. Nope, don't hear anything.
No, we didn't get Cal's truck this time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They're zeroing in on it. So you were a pitcher back in the day.
Yeah.
No hitter?
Yep, against Whitehall.
Good
Yep.
for you.
Yep. That was the soft-throwing lefty.
Oh, my goodness. He had Machma fooled on that one, and that is a strikeout for Moss. So we have played 3.5 innings, and Montague is up by the score of 8-1 as we go into the bottom of the fourth. Well, your thoughts? You've been out there on the field there, Scott, doing some real work for CatchMark SportsNet, and your impressions of this one so far. I mean, Montague took I don't want to say the drama out of it early, but in a way they did. If they can keep this going here, I mean, 5 runs, a 5 spot in the first inning doesn't get much better than that.
All I can say is it felt like this game started yesterday. Yeah. That's how long it feels like we've been here.
Well, we got here early, and then we found out it was going to be like an 8:30 start. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they jumped on right away. Obviously, Kay Johnson helping his own cause with that triple to right field, stand-up triple, and just kind of jumping on him early. And for Montague, that's good to see. Just coming off a district where they combined for 5 runs.
Right.
Now, granted, they played North Muskegon in the final, and that was a 4-1 game, and
Sure.
North Muskegon's a really good squad as well.
Yeah, last year North Muskegon and Montague had to share the title, and this year Montague winning it outright.
Yeah, this year they got it. Oh, you're looking at – we got the lineup coming up? Next 3 up, we got Blankstrom, Tug Nichols, and – Kay Johnson coming up, due up this inning. But yeah, they last year they shared it with North Muskegon in a crazy marathon doubleheader at Marshfield.
Yeah.
That first game was 14 innings. The whole night was 6.5 hours, 600 some combined pitches, just crazy. But I'm going to hand this back, though. I hate to cut it short, but I'm going to hand this back to the pro that does the color commentary.
Is there a pro in here?
Yeah. I know he just wants to eat more pizza.
No, that's
what he wants.
I know. Well, Scott wants to get back to the pizza before it's all gone. Hey, thanks, Scott.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, man, always
Here's
a
Cal.
pleasure. All right, there's the first pitch again out there, and pitching for NorthPointe Christian is
Still Helder, isn't
still
it?
Helder, yeah.
Yep. The righty
Like
submarine.
I said, I don't think they have much of a choice right now. And now with the ball outside, it's going to be 2-0 as he's got another streak of wildness going.
Yeah, there's nobody warming up over there in that Christian bullpen at all. So NorthPointe Christian's going, wow, this has just not been our night.
No.
And all the way inside them.
Yeah. So it's going to be 3 balls and no strikes.
And talk, around here that Helder's going to go maybe where Illinois, Southern Illinois maybe,
Right.
to pitch, and maybe University of Illinois. Wow.
Fighting the Illini.
But he's been struggling to find home plate.
Right. And Mr. Is it Cropper? What's the first base umpire's name? Cropper, yeah. Rubbing up the ball there for Helder. And looked like an Ephus pitch, and it caught a strike.
He lobbed it up there.
He did.
Kind of fell in.
So this
Blankstrom's going, well, that was a strike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blankstrom has a count now, 3 balls, 1 strike. And that one is over his head, and it's ball 4. Boy, oh boy, Helder has really lost it. Now Blankstrom is making the turn there as he had to make sure that the freshman catcher got on that ball.
And I'll tell you what, here comes the manager again.
Yeah, I
Back
think,
out to talk to Helder.
I think Helder's out of gas. They're going to have to do something here, I think.
But, John, there's nobody warming up.
No.
No.
But he's taking the ball, so it's
He
going to be a
is.
position player.
He's going to bring in the second baseman? He did.
So the second baseman is Zellner, right? I believe
so. It has been.
Yeah, it'll be
Number 5?
Zeiler, yes. Zellner. He's another freshman. Look at this team. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 freshmen, 1, 2 sophomores, 3 juniors, and 3 seniors.
Zellner looks about 13 or 14
He does.
years old.
Well, he is. He's a freshman. They have some. So now you got a freshman battery out there, freshman pitcher, freshman catcher. Well, I'll tell you what. When did you start your first varsity game? I don't know if this is the first varsity start, or you know what I mean. When did you pitch? And what I'm getting at is regional semifinal.
Yeah, I made my debut in a regional semifinal against one of the best teams in Division III in the state.
Well,
he's got a little bit of a hitch, doesn't he?
Right.
Coming over the top. He's a righty. He does. He's got like a little shoulder.
Yeah.
He's not coming over top, is he? I want to see this again. He kind of like comes around.
They're going to put Hedler back over at first where he started, which begs the question, oh, you know what? They might have moved Adam at a second because they had to fill that vacancy. If the second baseman would turn his back here, I'd be able to pick a number up on him.
I'm watching him with – yeah, he doesn't come over top. Okay. He's coming over here.
Like 3/4?
Yeah, like at 3/4. That's what it looks a little bit different.
Boy, they got some pitchers that throw from some weird angle. Oh, that one was a 47-footer.
And about 6 feet inside.
Yeah. Man.
Hey, how's that arm doing? You got any eligibility left? Can you run out there and throw a couple?
All right, Tug Nichols steps in. Tug, a strikeout, and he reached base on the strikeout and wound up scoring a run. And then he flew out to right field.
Tug's going, I watch this kid warm up. I don't know what he's going to throw.
No.
Me. He might hit me.
Throws. That's going to get past the catcher, and going down to second is Blankstrom. He'll make the big turn, but he'll stay there. Yeah, this could get a little ugly, but I'll tell you, when you only got so many bodies.
Yeah.
I mean, you do what you can do right now, and it just was not NorthPointe Christian's night. Very good team. Just when you start off in the hole, the 5-0 hole, and both of your pitchers having trouble having the plate move around on them, it's not the recipe for success. 1 ball, no strikes to Nichols, and now time's called.
Boy, Tug called it, and it took the umpire about 3 or 4 seconds to finally honor it, didn't he?
Right.
Tug trying to get in the mind of the young freshman out there.
So 8-1. Montague on top. There's going to be another one past the catcher, way outside, and this is going to move Blankstrom to third base. Well, he's getting a tour of the bases.
Yeah.
So 2 balls and no strikes.
90 feet at a time.
Yeah.
Umpire gives Zellner a new ball. Here, son, try this one.
Yeah. And you got a feel for the young man, just a freshman.
Yep. Hey, he took the ball. He didn't say no.
No.
He didn't say, I want to go in the dugout with my buddies.
Right.
Just throw it up there, young man. Let your defense help you.
Yep. Whoa, there's a shot to second base, and the second baseman can't handle it. It's going to bring in Blankstrom. And Blankstrom scores.
Tug gets his first hit of the night.
Right. So Blankstrom walked, went to second on a wild pitch, went to third on a wild pitch, and then scored on the hit by Nichols. So now you're looking at, 9-1.
A little bit ago, we've seen the CatchMark jet come in.
Yeah.
Brent coming back from a business trip.
Kay Johnson up for the Montague Wildcats, and barring a miracle comeback here by NorthPointe. Oh, boy, he gets
short.
up underneath that one. And that is hanging up there forever, and it gets lost in the lights by the left fielder. Yeah, it just hung up there forever, and you could just tell he wound up losing it. He is looking at the lights right now, and now you're going to have runners on first and second. Man,
Yep.
got to feel. Yeah, there is nothing gone right for NorthPointe Christian tonight.
On that one there, where was it Zenner on the mound?
Zenner, yeah.
Zenner. There should have been an out.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
could have
it
helped
hung
him.
up there forever.
You could have helped the freshman pitcher.
Got up in those lights.
Yep.
And obviously, you got some teams that aren't used to playing under the lights.
Yeah, if this is their first time all year you played under the lights.
Right.
Wow, what a
Yeah, in the regional semifinal.
Yeah, against a good team.
Aside from that, nothing against you. Oh, and there's a pitch behind Hayden Mcdonald, and that's going to drag Tug all the way to third base now, right?
Yeah.
So Tug goes to third. Moving up to second is Johnson.
Is this the bottom of the fourth?
It is.
Do you have to play 5 innings for a complete game, or can they call it at 4? In case they get to 10.
I think they have to get through 5, like 4.5.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So this would
This would be 4 here.
yeah.
Foul to the right down the first baseline. So what do we got here? We got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, 9-1.
9-1. So
Yep.
it's an 8-run difference. There, how's that for math? Didn't think I knew my math, did you?
You're all over the math part.
I tell you.
That was your best subject, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Look, Zenner throwing a strike.
Yeah.
Froze McDonald, did it not?
It
The big
did.
man stood there and watched it.
So it's going ball and 2 strikes on McDonald.
McDonald's going to throw me that again. 'Cause it didn't get up there very fast, but it got there.
McDonald hit by a pitch last time and scored a run. And there's a drive foul down the third baseline.
That was breaking inside on him as it got there.
1 and 2 on Hayden.
Zenner's starting to get around the plate. He just doesn't throw fast. And
Right.
McDonald, if he gets a bat on it, he could drive this one a long ways.
It's going to be outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nice job by Hayden not to chase it.
Yeah, and nice job by the catcher, Traven, to track it down. He is, like I said, you got to feel for that young man.
Yeah,
he's going to sleep well tonight.
Yeah, he's really had to work. Not like he's had 3 pitchers just peppering him with fastballs right down the plate. He's been all over the place.
You talk about the hitter not knowing where it's going.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's going to hit McDonald. That's the second time in a row he's been hit by a pitch. I know he's a big target.
And he just let it hit him.
Yeah.
He really didn't make much of an effort at all to get out of the way.
Right. So now you got bases loaded. You got
Mr. Peterson
yeah.
strides to the plate. The bases loaded, the lefty.
Nichols at third, Johnson at second, and Hayden McDonald at first. We have in there another jet airplane
jet.
coming.
Hit it. Hit the jet.
Clear the field. It's going to be a ball to number 37. It's Owen Peterson.
Mm-hmm. Peterson's looking at that going, oh, boy, there's some RBI sitting there.
Inside, past the catcher, and another run's going to score. This is Nichols streaking to the plate. He scores. And another run in.
Makes it 10-1, correct?
Yes. Right?
Yes.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10-1.
Not, double not, Gazintas. Don't forget the Gazintas in there, Jethro.
Well, I'm thinking you get one more run here, and then you're in territory of this being a real short game. Well, I guess that's an oxymoron. It's really not a real short game. Like Scott says, it seems like we've been here a week and a half. Yeah, that's going to be a strike.
Yep. Nice job by Zenner getting it in there.
All right. 2 balls, 1 strike on Owen Peterson. Runners on second and third. Now they're going to bring the second baseman in. He's on the. There's going to be a pop up.
Shortstop should get that.
Is camping under it. He has it, and so that's
the first out. Yeah.
Wow, it is.
Yep. And Tate Stein strolls to the plate.
Tate has struck out swinging and walked.
Mm-hmm.
First base open. 2 men on. 10-1.
Center fielder shifted way over to left center.
Yeah, almost got the shift on him, don't they?
Yeah.
Second baseman still in tight on the grass.
I looked up and
comes in too.
I looked up and seen the center fielder just running. I'm like, where's he going?
Yeah. Yeah, bottom of the order here, NorthPointe Christian taking advantage of that and trying to bring their infielders in. And there's a fly ball.
He's going to hit it right to him.
Over to center field, and it's going to drop in. Again, I think another case where he gets lost in the lights a little bit, and another run is in. Johnson scores for Montague, and now you're looking at 11-1. And now you have the 10-run. So what I'm going to say is going to happen here is Montague is going to, when they get out of this inning, I think NorthPointe Christian will have an at-bat, and they'll have an opportunity to get within 10 runs, and if not, the game will be over. That's going to be my guess. There's a drive and another base hit. And this is Hayden Mcdonald. He had a late jump because he wasn't so sure that was going to get hung up and get caught.
Correct. Good call.
But now you got bases loaded.
Yeah,
for Gowell.
So you have Gowell's on first, Stein's on second, McDonald's on third, and Moss coming up with the bases loaded and 1 out.
How did Stein get on base, Cal?
Over here, left center.
Oh, the
base hit.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Because remember, I for sure thought it was going to be a fly out, and I think it just died on him.
Right. And now we're going to have another pitching change, it looks like. It looks like Zenner is going to go to shortstop, and they'll bring the shortstop into pitch, and that is that number 8? Well, I guess I could look at my.
Hold on. I'll get a number for you at least.
All right.
When the catcher moves, it is number 8, I believe.
That's Vander Ark then. Yep, Vander Ark is going to come in and pitch. So you got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11-1, Montague.
And it's 10:06 p.m., and it is past Matt's bedtime.
Yeah, almost past mine. Oh, man. It has been a night, hasn't it, Cal?
It has been.
Yeah, a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, Montague, they're still kicking here. They'll play Saturday, 10 o'clock, right back here against the winner of, what did they say, Lansing Catholic and Lanesburg.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping you up, we are.
Yep. You get to sleep on the way home like normal.
Yeah.
I got to drive.
We hope you stay awake.
Yep. Tarkinator, he'll keep me awake.
Cal's got his jammies and teddy bear. The footed jammies, I might add.
Mm-hmm. Can't let your piggies get cold.
No, that's right.
Got to keep them warm.
Sure. We'll see what Vander Ark has. What is Vander? He is he's just a sophomore.
No, this is a young ball club.
There, yeah.
Tell you what, Vander Ark's getting it around the plate.
Yeah. This might have been his day to start. Who knew, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're all right there. He's throwing strikes. Not throwing hard, but he's throwing strikes.
Coach Helder says, now I figured it out.
Who are you, kid? Where did you come from?
Right. Could have used you a while back.
Yes.
All right, so this is going to be Moss. Got runners, bases are loaded.
Mm-hmm. Hey, how about these umpires? Because they thought this was going to be an afternoon game, and they were going to be home in bed already by now.
It might be an afternoon game tomorrow afternoon. This keeps on going. Ball outside. Oh, man, Vander Ark must have used all of his strikes in the warm-ups. Ball outside, 1 ball, no strike. Moss, who has he's got a hit, fielder's choice. He's got 2 hits, 2 for 3.
Mm-hmm. Shane Mulder goes, you guys are bringing your good luck and vibes to the Cats again tonight.
Ball a little bit high. Oh,
I thought that was a strike.
I did too. I thought maybe at least a mercy strike, wouldn't you have thought?
Yes.
I mean, it was close enough, I would have thought. 2 balls, no strikes.
Moss is not that big, not that tall, but.
Yeah. Inside and low, 3-0.
At least this kid's around the plate. I'm giving him that.
Right. Well, he had a great warm-up.
Yeah, he did. He did have a good one. I mean, everything was at the plate.
I know. There's a drive past the third baseman. This is going to score 2 anyhow. And, yep, both of them. That's Stein coming in to score along with Hayden Mcdonald. And they tack on 2 more, does Montague.
And Gowles, we're over to third.
Yes. Gowles on third, and then Moss is at second. So 2 more runs come in. That's the fifth RBI for tonight, whatever it is. And now we're going to have a pinch runner come in, number 41 for Montague. That's going to be Owen Fairchild. He's going to run for Moss.
Okay.
Oh, he can be the courtesy runner because Moss is now pitching. That's how that works, Cal.
Okay, thank you.
In case you were wondering.
I hadn't quite thought that far yet.
Okay. Bushberger up to the plate. Going to be
Nice
a strike
pitch.
on the outside. So you got 10 and 3 is 13. 13 to nothing. Does that look about right? 13 to 1, sorry.
13 to 1, yep.
Don't want to make it any worse than it is. No balls, 1 strike. And this is Van Ark firing a ball, so it's 1-1. Vander Ark. Not sure if he was relation or not, but there's the Verb Pipe.
The Verb Pipe,
Yeah.
that guy's last name is Vander Ark. I heard.
And they're from Grand Rapids.
They're from Grand Rapids. They are a phenomenal band. I heard them at a wedding reception of all things last fall. You and I did a football game at Ravenna. As soon as the game got done, we did the post-game show, and I sprinted out of there and went to this wedding reception. And I'll be darned, the Verb Pipes they were the band for the wedding reception.
Playing 50,000 seat stadiums and then a wedding reception.
Yeah.
That's well-rounded. And now the ball gets past the catcher. He still can't find it, and another run comes in. That's Gowell.
Gowell.
Yep. Gowell scores. So now you got 14 to 1.
Yeah, you walk in, you go, that's the Verb Pipe. They're used to playing all over the U.S. and
Right.
touring with all the other biggest bands, and they're at a wedding reception
Right.
for my buddy Jimmy Velkema.
They're the wedding singers.
Yeah.
3 balls, 1 strike on Bushberger.
Then I get listening to him in person, and I'm going, yeah, now I know why you guys travel all over the country.
Man, this one is up there, too. Let's see if the lights play havoc with this. A third baseman battling, and he catches the ball. So great catch there by the third baseman. That would be, I'll tell you in a minute. Oh, that's Poles.
Okay.
So that's going to be the second out.
Bushberger flying out there, and Blankstrom comes back up to bat. He is, he scored. He's been up 3 times. He scored twice so far.
Abe Paul's a sophomore. He's stuck with that one. Well, it gets up in those lights, and it's an adventure, and he stayed with it. Remember, Tug had his little adventure. Remember that pop-up? 1 strike on Blankstrom.
Yeah, I guess I said I sprinted out there. No, me and sprinting does not.
No,
go.
I thought that. I left that alone.
You should have jumped all over that.
Yeah, I thought sprinting.
Sprinting and me just do
No.
not go together.
1 ball and 1 strike now.
Maybe if it's a all-you-can-eat pizza buffet place, I might sprint. I might try to sprint for that one.
And that's a strike on the outside corner.
Nice job, nice pitch.
Boy, you're right. That umpire has been really consistent with that outside strike, hasn't he?
He has. I mean, like if it's there, it's a strike, and
Right.
even if it's an inch or 2 off, he's been ringing that all night long. And good for him. He's been consistent.
Right.
So
2 balls, 2 strikes now to Blankstrom. It's going to be that bounces up there.
Mhm.
It'll be 3-2.
that was over the plate. It was just low.
Yeah.
This kid's around the plate. Boy, another hit's another run here.
Yeah, it is. Runner in third.
Yep.
And it's outside. And that's. Oh, you know what? It must have not been 3-2. It must be 3-2 now.
Mm-hmm.
Deja vu all over again. We got another 3-2 pitch. That's going to be up high. That'll be ball 4. That's going to put Blankstrom at first. So now you got Blankstrom at first. The pinch runner, Fairchild. I'm sorry. Owen Fairchild at third. Oh, we're going to have a pinch hitter coming in. So Nichols is going to set down. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Nichols.
Well, who they got left yet?
I said they
got the 2
I think they
Jarkas?
said 4. So
That's
it'll be
Moore.
Michael Moore. So Michael Moore.
You had the two Jarkers. You got Moore, Bellinger, Dusenberry, and Fairchild.
And Fairchild is the runner. So you got Fairchild at third, and we got Blankstrom at first. You got Michael Moore up to the plate. He's a junior. Ball outside.
That was maybe the furthest pitch he's thrown outside all night. Are you trying to get a number on that? Or?
No, I was just trying to see what the score is. 14 to 1.
14-1, yep.
Ball down low.
0-2 quickly. I'm sorry, 2-0. 2-0 quickly.
I'm thinking we got one more half inning, Cal. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Want me to hold that thought?
Yeah.
Ball low, past the catcher. Another run's going to come in, so it's now 15 to 1.
Is this Moss?
No, scoring now is that's Fairfield, Fairchild. Owen Fairchild. He was the pinch runner for Moss, who was the pitcher, because you're allowed to have a pinch runner for a pitcher. I'm all over that rule, Cal.
Thank you.
What I do know, I know.
Yep.
I don't know much. There's a foul ball.
Yep. That's Blankstrom hanging out at second, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yep, okay.
3 balls and 1 strike. Is that possible on Moore? Wow. I guess it is. Matt Tarquette shakes his head yes, or nods his head yes. He wouldn't steer us wrong, would he? Up high. Another walk.
Second. Runners on first and second.
If it was a prize fight, they'd stop it.
Yeah, 2 outs. Dusenberry's up the bat.
Dusenberry, this is going to be Charles Skeets Dusenberry.
Yeah.
He's a junior.
The Dews.
Yeah, go get him, Skeets.
It's somebody else. Go get him, Skeets.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with the name Skeets?
I don't know. Have to ask him. Have to ask him or his dad.
Mm-hmm. Looks good in the box, does he not?
Yeah.
Confident.
Ball 1. Inside. Pitching now is Van der Ark, and that's going to be high, 2-0. No, I was going to say runners on first and second.
Yep.
So a walk is not another run. That's going to be high, 3-0.
I thought that might be a strike.
Yeah. That's where Dusenberry's height there kind of helped him out a little bit. Being smaller. Got a smaller strike zone. That's going to be a walk. So 3 walks in a row.
And the funny thing is, this kid is around the plate.
Yeah.
Bellinger now up to bat.
Yep, Brighton Bellinger. He's just a freshman. He's got to be a thrill.
No, here comes NorthPointe Christian coach. So, this Vander Ark's not throwing bad.
No.
I mean, he's walked a couple of guys there, but I tell you what, he's been around the plate.
Right.
He's not way inside, way outside, bouncing them up there.
So now they point to the third baseman to come in and pitch. So
Matt, can you pitch? You got any eligibility
I
left?
think Coach Helder's looking. So that's going to be Poles. The third baseman's going to come in. Poles is he's a sophomore. He's talking. He's talking with the catcher right now.
He's going. So I got to get it. I got to get it across that white thing that's 66 feet away from you. Yeah. Is that the goal?
Yeah. Trey then says, "What do you got? What do you like to throw?"
Yeah.
Hey, help me with the signals here.
Yeah.
Right. That's got to be that. I mean, it's like he's got to be dealing with people that he hasn't even caught ever before now.
So one's a fastball, right? What's 2?
Right.
What does 2 fingers mean?
Yeah. Well, good for these guys. You know what?
They're coming out and they're battling.
They're
and that's
freshmen
and
they're sophomore. Yep. Freshman and sophomore. They're getting their baptism by fire.
Mm-hmm. Against a good ball club.
Really? Yep.
This kid throws it up there pretty good. Yeah. He's got a little hitch in his delivery.
Yeah. Don't want to waste it during warm-ups, though.
No. He does. Look at that. Was a
he's
nice
got kind
pitch.
he's got kind of an unorthodox, kind of a herky-jerky motion, I think they call
Yeah, he
it.
does something with his right wrist when it gets way behind him. What is that? Let me grab the binoculars here. He kind of snaps his wrist around.
He kind of slings it. He kind of slings the ball.
it.
Yeah. Well, right now, I am going to tell you one catcher named Caden Trathen is thinking, I hope you can sling about 3 strikes here. That's what I'm hoping. He has had a night behind the bench that you wouldn't wish on anybody. Behind the bench, behind the plate, catching.
Yep.
All right, now everybody goes back to their bases. We got bases loaded, 2 outs. We're in the top of the fifth or bottom of the 4th.
Yep. And Bellinger, a bat.
7 runs have scored in this 4th inning. So it's 15-1. And that's going to be low. Gets past the catcher, and another run's going to score. 8 runs have scored.
And that would be Mr. Blankstrom, correct?
Yes, it would. So Blankstrom comes in.
Yep. Johnson goes to third. Well, that's the game right there.
They have decided that's where it's going to end. 16-1 is the final here in the bottom of the 4th.
Must be 15 as a mercy.
It could very well be.
Yeah, must be 15 ends it.
Wow. So, well, a courageous effort by NorthPointe Christian. They
came out
about
here.
A character builder, right?
Yep, they're 2 aces. They're 2, frontline guys struggled
right
tonight from the hill, and they just couldn't get it going.
And then, when it starts like that, it doesn't get any better usually.
And then on top of that, it looked like they hadn't played under the lights all year.
Right.
Looks like the lights gave them some fits and some great pitching by Johnson from the get-go to get them going. 3 straight strikeouts. Sets the tone here for Montague tonight.
Yeah, I didn't actually work out the pitching line on Johnson, but I think he went 4 innings, didn't he? Wasn't it? It was right around 3.
Not all
Must
the
have
way.
3. Yeah,
3 and maybe a little bit.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think he had 6 strikeouts. Yeah, 6 strikeouts, and then Moss came in and threw a strikeout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 strikeouts, and then Moss threw a strikeout. All right, so the final score here is 15, 16? It's
15-1.
15
it should be
16-1. 16-1.
16-1.
Montague wins, and they will advance to the regional finals, and they will play, as we said, either the winner of Lansing Catholic and Lanesburg, and they'll be right back here at Davenport College Saturday at 10 a.m. That is going to do it for us tonight. Thanks for hanging in there with us.
Yeah, really. Thank you to Matt. Matt, thank you very much for engineering this. We appreciate you, Matt.
He's waiting to mute us. So we're going to that is going to do it. Thank you for listening, everybody. We do appreciate it. We had a lot of fun, and good luck to the Montague Wildcats in their quest here as they will continue to play this Saturday. From my partner, Cal VanSingel, great job. Scott DeCamp, Matt Taggart. I think we got everybody wishing in. Matt says, let's get out of here. So I concur with that. Final score, 15 for Montague, 1 for NorthPointe Christian. 16, thank you. 16-1. Have yourself a good night, everybody.